Welcome, folks, to what will be an epic night of competition here at Valvoline Raceway. Just a few sprint cars, Stewie McCarthy, just a couple.
Just a couple. Why not have 63, 64, 410-wing sprint cars here in Valvoline Raceway's pits? It's going to be exciting.
Robbie Farr was saying he thinks that's probably the biggest domestic field of cars anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I've seen someone put up on Facebook today something about it's not the Knoxville Nationals here today. It's actually just a round of the track championship here at Valvoline Raceway.
Track is going to be pretty good, you would think, although marble choice would be pretty critical.
Yeah, exactly right, and the guys we're going to chat to very shortly, that's going to be the key to tonight, all about that marble at the start of the night, because if you pull an early one and the track's wet, you're in a bit of strife. If you go out late, when it's dry and slick, you're going to be hurt as well, so you need that lucky number. It'll be interesting to see what the guys think, what number you should pull.
Well, we're going to speak to the World Series Sprint Cars champion and the Australian champ. Stewie's going to grab Linesy in just a minute. In the meantime, someone has been sun-tanning himself, laying back on the beach, probably drinking lots of mocktails, certainly not cocktails. Veely, you're on an absolute run this year.
Yeah, we're getting there, so it's pretty good. Like me and Glenn and Judd have been working together for about, it's been nearly 20 shows now, so end of last season we had our stuff sorted out pretty well, and then went to America with the same package, so it's just, yeah, just building on.
You went with the cheese and kisses to Bali, mate. Was just a bit of chill time? What was the go?
Yeah, just a holiday, just haven't been on holiday for a while. Everyone's been for racing, so 3 weeks. Just, yeah, cruised away for 10 days, so no, it was good to get away.
While you're away, Sammy Walsh did the job.
Yeah, he done a real good job. Very surprised to see him win. He's been struggling a little bit, but yeah, very happy to see him win too, also.
60 cars here tonight, Billy.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good.
Qualifying will be fairly critical.
Yeah, hopefully they get the track sorted out, and she's wide for time trial, so it gives everyone a chance, and hopefully we can get in the invert and go from there.
Well, 60 cars hot lapping, it should have a good chance.
Yeah, and with the weather the way it has been, and very hot today, it yeah, heaps of chance.
Welcome back to reality, mate.
Thank you.
Chasing 6 in a row. This man right here, he looks like he's lived in Bali his whole life, this bloke. Always hair's always immaculate, which is a little bit of very George Clooney-esque style growth. Good to have you back, Australian champion.
It's good to be back, Wado.
Long time. How long has it been since you've been around this place?
March. We were here for March, 10,000 wind show. I think we ran 4th that night, so probably the best I've ever been here, actually. It's not a track that I've ever come to a lot.
That can change. You're always welcome.
Yeah, well, definitely. No, well, we've been on the road a little bit this year, so it was a good chance to come here and get some laps. You know, obviously we'll probably come back a bit later in the year and do a couple of the bigger shows. So it's it's good for us. Like, not that I don't like coming here. It's just so I guess domestically in Victoria and South Australia, where I mainly run, there's never many free weekends. So it's probably the reason why we've never really come here, not by choice. But no, looking forward to running tonight. It should be good. I
think you'll like the place, mate. She's pretty new these days, pretty new attitude, and that big TV in the middle is pretty cool.
Yeah, they've done a lot of improvements, you know, and like, you know, Baz is having a fair crack, isn't he? You know, it's, but, you know, as far as Speedway in Australia goes, you know, everybody needs you know, like I guess Warrnambool probably looks as, you know, one of the best tracks in Australia, and obviously the Motorplex, and I guess on this side, you know, Parramatta needs to be it, you know, and Barry's stepping up and doing the job. He's really having a good crack at it.
Good luck tonight, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Stewie McCarthy's with the World Series Sprint Cars champion, Stephen Lyons, who's also had an outstanding start to the year. Stewie?
Well, thanks, Wado. We're down here with Steve Lyons. Steve, you must be excited about being back here at Valvoline Raceway.
Yeah, it's been a long time in between drinks. Obviously been a lot of work and commitment done up here, so very happy to come here with Halls Motorsport and excited to run tonight.
You've been with this team for a few years now.
Yeah, we have. It's obviously we'd like to thank Brian and his family, giving us a great opportunity, and everyone that's helped us out, all the sponsors and everything along the way. So hopefully we can keep going along pretty nicely this year and hopefully get a few more results.
Now, where are you keeping the transporter these days and all that kind of stuff? Because it is a Western Australian team, but you're from South Australia.
It is, yeah. We're based out of Mount Gambier in South Australia, so it works out pretty good. It's nice to come up here. Like I say, we've been a couple of years since we've been up here, and for no reason. We've just got plenty of races going on down there and around the place. So, yeah, hopefully we can come up here a bit more and see how we go.
With the amount of cars here tonight, 60-odd cars, what's your expectations?
Yeah, first try and put down a lap. Obviously go out and do some hot laps, try and dial in a bit, and then try and put down a decent time trial. It's pretty important, so we'll see what pill we draw, and obviously try and get through that and lock in the main there somewhere would be the plan for tonight, and get some laps under our belt.
Good to have you up here, and we wish you all the best.
Appreciate that. Thanks for having us.
We've always got fathers and sons racing here at Valvoline Raceway. One such team is Jimmy and Michael Matchett. Now, Michael, you're the father. How long have you been racing for?
It's probably close to 20 years if you include when I started in the smaller classes with Honda Odysseys through to micro sprints, leader sprints, and then I think I've been in sprint cars for about 10 or 12 years now. All right.
And explain what it's like to go from what you've driven to step up into the big bad boys of sprint cars.
Well, I mean, there's a big difference from the little cars, and I think it's good for all people to sort of come up through the different classes because you learn your craft. Where Jimmy, we started him in go-karts, like Speedway go-karts, and then he went into leader sprints at 16, done a couple of years there, and then he's been in sprint cars since. And I think it's a good grounding the smaller classes, and it helps them become a better driver and understand the way the cars work and stuff like that.
Now, Jimmy, to you, as Dad's just explained, did you always want to just get straight into sprint cars pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, when I started racing, Dad wasn't in sprint cars yet, and he was racing leader sprints, and then yeah, I turned 16, it was time for me to start racing. Dad thought, well, he'll get into sprint cars, so I took his leader car, and that was just the rules. I had to abide by them.
Now, I know you don't live at home anymore, but when you do catch up around the dinner table, what's the conversation about?
It's pretty much always about either racing or working, because we work together and then we race together, and it's just always about racing or working, one of the two.
I know the other week you guys had a little bit of a bet to see who was going to end up going down to the Warrnambool Classic. Michael, I'll let you explain.
Well, I mean, it was a bit unfair considering I haven't done much racing lately.
Hang on, no excuses.
Well, look, I mean, yeah, we're going to do Warrnambool this year, and I mean, obviously we're going to take Jimmy down there to the Classic. We've wanted to do it for quite a few years, and just to sort of rev him up a little bit, I said, well, whoever finishes in front of whoever in whatever race we end up in for the night will be the one that'll be driving at the Classic. Yeah, maybe I should wait a couple more races and then give him a go. And once I get the good motor in, because we've only got the small motor in my car at the moment, we've got a brand new KRE sitting at home at the moment, which is going into Jimmy's car tomorrow, and then his KRE will go into my car, and then we might look at doing another bet.
Your thoughts on that, Jimmy?
Man, he's the most confident person in the pits. Every week it's, oh, I'm going to win this week. You got nothing. He wins a race before he even enters the pits. So I just go along with it. I just get you whatever. I'll bet whatever he wants to bet.
That'll be interesting. I've got another question actually for you, Michael. You had another son, Ben. When is it going to be a 3-car team?
Well, I mean, like he's doing Speedway go-karts at the moment. He has been for a few years. And I mean, he's always here helping me and stuff like that. Like he'll be in a minute and he'll want to help. Look, I've said to him I want to put him in when he turns 16 because I don't want to go through the part of buying a leader sprint and all that sort of stuff again. I mean, it was all right because I stepped out of mine and then put Jimmy in his one. But basically, when he turns 16, he'll be in a sprint car. We'll probably put him in for a handful of shows. I'll share my car with him. And, you know, once he sort of gets a feel of it, and then I'll probably step right out of it and maybe jump in once in a blue moon, and then we'll just concentrate on the two boys. And then there are supposed to be more bets with the pair of them because, I mean, Ben, he's always super competitive with Jimmy. And, I mean, on occasions, when we talk about Speedway, because he's a Speedway head himself, he said to me, he said, listen, when I turn 16, we'll get rid of Jimmy and it'll be just you and me racing. Don't worry about Jimmy.
That's what I've got to deal with, mate.
Sounds like you do. Now, just quickly, to close this interview off, What's the day job? You mentioned that before, Jimmy.
Well, I mean, I've been running my own painting and decorating business for the last 30-odd years, and Jimmy...
So you're the painter and you do all the decorating, you're the fancy stuff?
No, I do all the hard work. He does all the driving around. That's what it is.
And the decorating. I'm the one that does all the decorating. But, I mean, look, I'm a teacher as well. I'm the head teacher for master painters and decorators. But, look, Jimmy's been sort of running the on-site sort of stuff for the last couple of years. He's been a tradesman for a few years. But, you know, I mean, we've got a good business, and thank God Jimmy has put his heart and soul in it as well. And as he knows that if the business is not successful, well, then we can't do this sort of stuff, you know. I mean, he works hard, we all work hard, and we bear the fruits and enjoy our lives.
Well, give the business a quick plug while you got the chance.
Murgatroyd Painting and Decorating.
And got too much work as it is.
But I'd like to say we've finally this year, because of the way the Speedway is now, we've got a new sponsor on board, Ian Cubitt's Classic Home Improvements, who they do all granny flats and stuff like that. We do all their work for them. And I mean, they've been really good we've had something to offer them this year, and they've come on board and put a big sponsorship towards us, and I mean, we're really grateful. I mean, they help us in business, and now they're helping us with this, and it's really good. So get behind those sort of, all the sponsors and stuff like that, not just ours or everyone else's sponsors, because if you don't get sponsors backed by the punters out there, mate, us guys are nowhere.
Warren, I can't even imagine how many times you've been around this place.
Yeah, it's been a few. We had a little break there in the middle, and we're back into it now. I think we've done about 7 years straight now.
Your dad's been a major part of this whole deal right from the start, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has. He helped us get the team together initially, and to this day, you know, he still drives a truck to the track, and probably his connections through his work driving trucks allows us to have this transporter with fruit wheels.
Adam Brand has a song called Little Sisters. They'll niggle and annoy you like a blister in your shoe. Your sister has not been a pain in the butt to you. She's been a great supporter of yours.
My sister, she's probably missed 1 or 2 races ever. You know, whether we had the midget, she originally bought the midget for me, and then I ran it, and that's how we got into running cars. And then she's just always been around the racetrack, and I know she gets disappointed when either health or having her own little ones gets in the way because she can't come and do it. But I know she'll be here pretty much every week she can.
What makes you keep coming back, Warren?
I love driving the cars. There is something about these cars that really, I don't know, just really kicks me. And there's a hit of adrenaline there that just goes and goes. It's very raw. It's not a computer age car. It's a car that you can still engineer by yourself, if that makes sense. And it's a touch affordable. I won't say they're affordable, but you've got to have a pretty good salary bracket and a pretty good income to do it, or to own one. But it's not like trying to run V8 supercars where you need a company to run it.
Yeah, 60 cars here for a weekly show.
Yeah, it's incredible. I refer that to some of the biggest races in the US circuit, and some friends of mine over there just can't believe the amount of cars. You know, they're getting 20 and 25 cars to a weekly race, and here we are. It's like running the Knoxville National qualifying night or something like that, just with the volume of cars. Sure, the depth may not be the same, but I got to say now, there's probably 30 cars here that can run top 10 at this place. You know, so it's your work's cut out from the start.
You've never been one that's lacked a bit of self-belief. You've got to have that in this game. What's the goal tonight?
My goal every week is to make the show. With 60 cars, you've got to set your goals at a place first so you can make the show. We've been pretty fast this year, right from out of the box. We haven't got any feature results to really show that, but we've qualified in the top 5, I think second twice and fourth once, and you know, we've been good in our heat races. We just haven't had luck, and I think once you're in the show, if you can start up front, get a bit of luck, that's when you'll be good.
Well, we're here with Jared Goldoni from Darwin in the Northern Territory. You're back down here at Valvoline Raceway. You must be really looking forward to racing.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've only driven here in a wingless, so I haven't had some good luck here. So hopefully in a sprint car I can sort of change the luck and get some good results. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. So yeah.
Your brother Daniel, he's raced here and stuff like that, and had a bit of luck down here and done quite well. You must be looking forward to getting out on the racetrack in a 410 wing sprint car.
Yeah, you know, he's sort of a mentor, part of my racing. You know, I sort of look up to him a bit and, you know, ask for a bit of guidance. And he's actually coming back here at the Peter Murphy Classic on the 3rd. So, and I think he's doing the Scott Darley Challenge as well. So yeah, you know, I'm excited to have him back here racing as well as me. So yeah. So
that'll be a 2-car team?
No, well, he's busy at home, you know, working because he works at gas plant. So it's more of when he gets his week off, and over Christmas he's got a couple of weeks off. So I'm gonna step out and do the first 2 shows, and on the 22nd I'll be back here. So yeah, we'll fly in, fly out, and you know, interchange, and yeah.
Cool. Now, during the week, you did a cool photo shoot with some nice-looking cars where Luke Darley's got something in a shed. Yeah, no, it was pretty extraordinary to see those cars. I was a bit scared to go near them. So yeah, Luke and Stephen Blackshaw, you know, set up a good photo shoot. A big thank you to the Hills Classic Cars for doing, you know, getting me involved with it all and getting some good photos. It was really good and a good experience. We wish you all the best tonight, and let's hope we see you up front. Thanks a lot, Stu.
That big right rear Hoosier belted on, good to go. So is this young guy, Michael Jordan. How many runs in a sprint car is this now?
I think I had 5 last year, and this is about the 4th this year, so 9 overall.
What do you think?
It's different. It's hard to get used to. Just need to build confidence and see how we go. So.
What is it that's most difficult?
Probably being around cars, being around the other cars a lot bigger. Yep. You don't know what they're going to do. Just traffic, I'm just kind of losing confidence with, so we'll see how we go.
Now, your racing history before sprint cars?
Yeah, I raced Speedway karts for 7 years out at Nepean.
Yep.
Won a few club championships and Australian titles, New South Wales titles and that. So we thought, end of last year, we thought we'll make the step. So.
Now, Michael Jordan, they tell me that's your pet hate, being spoken about like the great Michael Jordan. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd like to make myself Michael Jordan for my own reasons rather than someone else's reasons. So.
Did you talk to your parents about that at all?
Well, no, I didn't talk to them, but I did do a bit of research and find out Mum and Dad hadn't actually heard of Michael Jordan, but I did a bit of research and found out that '92, when I was born, was his biggest year. He won, Chicago Bulls won, and it was MVP that year. So
his mum and dad hadn't heard of Michael Jordan. That's pretty amazing. Like, oh my God. Okay, good luck. Plan is tonight. There's 60 cars in the pits, Michael.
Oh, hopefully time trial well and be happy with the B main. Like, with the likes we've got here, there's a lot of good cars here. So
you got a sweet looking car, and it's great to see Clayton Hart back as well.
Yeah, good to have him back. He was down here to help me last year, and just he wanted to be back. So doctor said all clear, so he's back now. So
what do you do during the week, mate?
I work on power lines. I'm a linesman. So
ooh, shocking.
Yeah, shocking. No, hopefully not. So I love my job, so pays the bills.
Good on you, mate. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
For as long as there have been engines, there's been a guy under the hood, looking for a few more horses. And Valvoline was right there too, creating the next great oil for the next great engine. From the world's first high-mileage oil to the first synthetic blend. We introduced motor oil back in 1866, and we've been reinventing it ever since. Valvoline, 140 years under the hood.